I just arrived back home from crewing, serving others, guiding them, helping them, assisting them in whatever way I could, change their lives, transform their lives, connect back to their true selves, their true authentic self, because we've been conditioned since before birth by our parents. We've been conditioned to believe, to feel, to think a certain way. And today I have been crewing for the first time at one of the events where last year I was a participant, and it is one of those most powerful events I have ever been to, and it helped me so much transform my own life for the better, of course, as you could probably assume so. And yes, I've been at those events, and this event today, Millionaire Mind Intensive, so MMI, it's a program designed by 𝐃 𝐸𝐥𝐿, best-selling author and speaker, and the event it's hosted by Success Resources. And today was a very impactful day, also in my own life as a crew behind the scenes, but not just for the participants, because even for myself as a crew staff, I could integrate more into my system, into my belief system, into my cells. I could integrate more all of the teachings that the speakers have been talking about, and this event served to me in a way to refresh my own mind, to remember to myself my purpose, my mission, and how strong we are, because we are creators of our own lives. And I could not say that with more clarity and with more confidence as I feel it now, because we are. And I'm sure if you resonated with me, if you resonate with me, or if the universe made you click on this link to watch this video, you also resonate, and you know deep within your soul, within your heart, that we have the ability and the strength, the power to create our own lives. And today served as a refresher for me, because we are here in this 3D world, in these physical bodies, and it's easy to forget those things. It's easy to forget that our words, our thoughts, our beliefs create our present moment and our future. But because we've been conditioned in a certain way since we were even born, okay, so basically some of you may wonder, if we are our creators, why didn't we manifest the perfect childhood, teenagehood, etc.? This subject is so complex that I may not go very deeply into this in this specific video, but there is a lot of factors that contribute to our life in overall, especially when we are born and we come and we are children. We have no control. Well, there is a lot of factors, as I said, so there is a lot of factors such as karma from previous lives etc. And I know karma from previous lives played a significant role into my own childhood, in my own upbringing and my teenagehood. And which is also one of the reasons why I'm doing this video now, just to touch shortly on these subjects, because I did not have the perfect childhood. I did not have the perfect teenagehood. I was sexually abused growing up. I was physically abused by my own family, and that hurt a lot, because growing up as a child, I kept wondering myself why my parents, why my family does not accept me. I always felt that I was the child not wanted. And all this trauma, physical abuse, bullying, emotional, verbal abuse, and the sexual abuse that was thrown at me, all of those life challenges that were thrown at me growing up, led to my decision to commit suicide when I was almost approximately 18.5 years of age, when I was diagnosed with cervical cancer. Now, actually, it didn't really turn into cancer, the abnormal cells. I was treated and I healed. But unfortunately, the people who sexually abused me have almost left me with cervical cancer. And since then, I thank the Lord and the stars that they didn't leave me pregnant, because I'm sure, maybe, I don't know, but I was so depressed that I was suicidal anyway. I became suicidal, but have I been pregnant? Maybe I would have really committed suicide. It's something I do not know, because I didn't end up getting pregnant following the abuse. But all of this trauma that I kept inside me, because the first thing one traumatized soul does is to actually keep the trauma inside, within themselves. And I became suicidal, but I have made a choice. I have made the courageous choice of living through my pain and trying to make something of my life. And once I made that choice, I have healed from the suspected cervical cancer, but I continued to keep that trauma in me and that toxic energy. And at that time, I could not forgive the abuse. And keeping that toxic energy inside me led to the abnormal cells reappear into my life. And from 2018 up to 2021, I had abnormal cells for the second time in my life. And less than 3 months after I was suspected with cervical cancer in 2018, it was not enough maybe from the universe. Not enough for me to learn my life lessons and to learn why I came in this world. And a suspected brain tumor hit me that same year in 2018. But the beautiful thing is that by 2021, I was cleared from everything. But there was still things inside me to heal, and I have pushed myself to the limits. And last year I experienced Bell's palsy paralysis. Not my whole body paralyzed, but it affected severely half of my head. the right side of my head, and it impacted my right side of my body, the entire right side of my body. But I have healed from that as well. And you may wonder by now, after watching me for 10 minutes, you may wonder, where do I want to go? Where does the conversation get to? And yeah, I feel like I'm getting to that point now. Today, at this life-changing event, the speaker was talking about being a receiver. And just as he was speaking about being a good receiver and being open to accept miracles from God, from Source, from the universe, or whatever way you call this powerful force, I manifested a miracle into my own life. As I was looking at my phone, the miracle came true. And a very successful author who has had huge success with her book, with her memoir, and she has her own podcast, and now she is creating a movie. She is a film producer. She read my novel and she loves it. And my mission, I have discovered my mission in this earth. I was put here for a reason. I didn't just come, I didn't just land here. I didn't just land here with no purpose. I came here for a reason, and it's been hard to accept it. Only now I am in acceptance of my life mission, and I am embracing it. So yes, I came to earth, I had to endure trauma, but my ultimate mission is to help others, is to help other survivors of sexual abuse. And getting back to this successful author who loves my book, she's also a survivor of childhood sexual abuse. And it took me more than 10 years to finalize this book. I wrote it a million times. Wrote it, deleted parts of it, made them back, changed them, and etc. I went through this process a million times, and I've had 5 editors over the past 10 years. But my novel never felt whole, complete, because I was not complete following the abuse. And now my novel feels complete. Finally, after longer than 10 years, my novel feels ready to meet the world, because I have healed, and that healing reflects now my story, my writing, and my novel. And getting back to my mission, because I want to talk about a million things, but let's go back to my mission. My mission is to help, to serve, to guide other women, survivors of sexual abuse. My mission is to help these beautiful souls find their own healing and their own inner peace. Because I have been through this, and I know how tough it can be, how hopeless it feels. And by writing this novel, it was a way for me to cope with my own pain, my own depression, my own trauma. This book has helped me tremendously to actually deal with what has happened to me. And my mission through writing this novel, my mission and my vision was to inspire other survivors to never ever give up on themselves, to never ever give up on yourself, on your life, on your healing, because there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And I thought I was done with my healing last year in April when I was 35. I thought I was done with my healing and that I have left everything behind. However, at the Enlightened Warrior training camp last month, where I've been in the mountains in Girona, Spain, that pain was triggered again. But through some of the exercises, some of the activities that I've been participating at, this warrior camp has lightened up something inside me, some strength, some force I just cannot describe in words. But at the Enlightened Warrior Camp, I was actually able to heal for real my trauma from childhood sexual abuse. I was able to heal to my cellular memory, to my DNA, and I know I will not pass this on to my own children and to my future generations, because at the beginning of the video I discussed about that it's a very complex subject. Our lives, our childhood, etc. It could be karma related, it could be generational, it could be something that we carried from our ancestors. And I have healed so deeply that I know I will not pass this on, and I have no words to describe how releasing, how what a relief it feels to be able to do that after living with that pain for 36 years, because I've just turned 36, and it took a long time. I'm getting a bit emotional because it's something new to me to actually be so open about my life, about my story. But I am here to help you, to inspire you, and to ask you to never ever give up on yourself, or to give up on your dreams, because we are souls gifted. We came here on this earth to experience this physical experience. We came here for a reason. We have a purpose. We have a purpose. And by writing this book, it was a way for me to cope, but then ultimately my soul knew better, and I wrote a spy thriller novel. It's my debut novel. I never published novels before. I actually wrote 3 more novels, but they were my apprenticeship. They will never see the light of day. But going back to my book, which I'm going to publish, so it's a spy thriller, but it's inspired by my own life. And even though it's spy, it's action, you get all the action-packed plot that you are well familiar in espionage books. If you are opened, if you allow yourself to be opened for an incredible reading experience, by the end of the book, you will be amazed by how much more this book brings. It's not just action, murder, or mystery, or shooting. It's a lot more. And the missing ingredient from my novel, and why it never felt complete, was love. I did not have love for myself. I could not accept myself. And by starting to love myself, to accept myself with all of my traumas, that sparked something in the book. It changed my entire book completely. And today at this event, when the speaker spoke about receiving and miracles, this miracle came through my phone, this amazing, mind-blowing review and foreword from this successful author. And I cannot wait to share this with you. But the miracle, it's this. My vision was to write a book that someone will not only enjoy, but by reading my novel, people will take something out of that book. And this lady, this author, is also a survivor of abuse, and by reading my novel, it reminded her that basically trauma, sexual abuse, suicide, it's not the end of the story. It's not the end of our lives. It can also be the beginning of something beautiful. It can also be the beginning of a more beautiful life. A life where you live in acceptance of yourself. A life in which you love yourself. And I was blown away at this event. When I was there today, I read the email and I could not read anymore. I read the email, which the email in itself, it's mind-blowing, because by reading the first sentence, I could feel the energy and I could feel how much this author enjoyed reading my novel. And I was overwhelmed with gratitude. I had to do some breathing exercises to bring myself in the present and not to faint or something, because I was so overwhelmed with gratitude. Because if I have impacted even one single life on this planet, I know I have already achieved my life mission, which is that to change lives. And yes, you might say, oh, well, but she's already a survivor and she have overcome it. But yes, that's very true indeed. But if you are a survivor, that's not to say that sometimes gentle refreshers and reminders of how strong you are always welcome. Those reminders are always welcome into anyone's life. It's always good to remind oneself how powerful, how strong, how wonderful and awesome we all are. And you have to believe it yourself before anyone else sees it. You have to see it in yourself. And reading that email for me was enough today to actually know that I've achieved my life mission. And I didn't just waste my life writing the same book over and over again for the last more than 10 years. I mean, some might say that's crazy. In 10 years, you could write a minimum of at least 10, 20 books. But that was not my mission. My mission was to transform this book into the prettiest, the most shiniest, diamond of a book that's out there now in the present moment about overcoming abuse and overcoming suicidality. Because as I said, even though my book is action-packed, so action-packed, even though it's action-packed, there is also hidden messages for those who are awakened enough and who allow themselves and who are ready for more, who are ready for more in life, who are ready to receive more, who are ready to accept and to love themselves. And only this evening when I came back home, literally just before I switched on my camera to do this video, only now, I have actually read the foreword and the review, and oh my god, it is mind-blowing, so mind-blowing, because it proves me once again that I have already accomplished what I was meant to do by writing this wonderful, wonderful, outstanding novel. And you get a taste of everything when you read my novel. You get a taste of action, of mystery, and yes, I think I don't want to give you more spoilers other than when it's out there. Don't wait until there is no more books left in the shelves in the shops. You can pre-order it as soon as I make it available for pre-order. You can just hit that button and pre-order it, and when it's coming live, it's just going to hit your inbox, your Kindle. And then when you wake up one morning, you'll just realize my novel is there, and you start reading it, and you won't be able to put it down until you actually reach the end, because it's got that element, that gripping taste, that basically it will keep you guessing, and it will make you turn the pages. It will make you want to find out more and more. Okay, what's happening next? What's happening next in the story, and how is she going to succeed in her spy mission? Because after all, it's espionage, and the character I write about, of course, she has her missions, her gigs to accomplish. Yes, so just wanted to share with you pretty much the main message I wanted to share with you today was that allow yourself to be a good receiver, believe and allow miracles to come into your life, embrace them, and to never, ever dare to give up on yourself, on your life mission, and never give up on your dreams, because I didn't give up, and here I am, more than 10 years later. Here I am sharing my excitement of actually publishing this book that I've been talking about for ages. It's finally here, and it's ready to hit your Kindle, to hit the shelves. It's ready to meet the world. And I cannot thank you enough for watching this video, and I hope the content that I share resonates with you, and in some way or another I hope it will inspire you. Thank you for watching.